with Michigan Healthcare. I'm Aurore Henze. This is my guest today, the very honorable Bill Dobreff. He is a highly specialized attorney that's actually gone after the vaccine companies in a landmark case.
Yeah, we also, though, there's a federal fund now called the National Vaccine Compensation Act, where now government taxes pay for the children injured by vaccines manufactured by vaccine manufacturers.
Wow, you were a part of that too.
Yes, I was.
So very proud to have him on the show today. One of the reasons why I'm holding my book is because him and I were basically talking about how the pharmaceutical companies aren't being,
forthright. They aren't
forthright,
stuff.
and we're not really given an informed consent about a lot of medical devices and medical treatment. I had in my book about when I was giving vaccines 20 years ago, and I was in a pediatric office. A woman came in with a daughter, and the daughter was having like a breathing problem. And what ended up happening was the daughter received inhaler, which the drug companies had just came in and given the doctor, said, pass these out. Child went home, was using the inhaler, and then ended up having a severe reaction, was brought to the hospital. It turned out she had pneumonia, and the bronchial tubes dilated from the asthma inhaler and pushed the infection deeper into her lung.
Well, there's a product they have called Theophylline that we had litigation with, that if you aren't monitoring the blood levels, the kids are at risk of getting seizures, they can die, you can have all kinds of problems. And most of the parents that had kids taking Theophylline didn't realize these risks.
Are they not reading the package inserts, or?
Lots of the inserts don't disclose all the problems, and lots of times the problems are disclosed to the physicians in something called a physician's desk reference, but the patients don't see those. The patients are given very minimal summaries of the reactions, and it's kind of funny, the ones they warn them of are the ones that aren't the serious ones. Like they'll talk about drowsiness, itching, rashes, but don't tell you about seizures, death, coma, and the more serious reactions that you can have. And the problem is when the parents or the patient is not warned of the reactions, the severe reactions, or the signs or symptoms of severe reactions, is you can have preventable injury occur when the patient is reacting to the vaccine or the drug. And if they got to a hospital, the injury would be controlled, but the people don't realize they're having a reaction to a drug that's serious.
Right, and this also goes along with what we'll talk about in a little bit with the PPI drugs. Other drugs that are out there that people are basically the drugs are interacting with other drugs, so that's an issue. And they're not really being educated as to what the side effects could be. And then when they do have a side effect, it's really sad that the medical community often jumps on these people like, you're crazy, this can't possibly happen. Yet it's written right in the package insert. The pharmaceutical companies themselves admit these can be reactions. So why is it so unbelievable when people do have reactions, they're labeled as like a hippie weirdo that has no sense of understanding of anything?
Well, a lot of it is that the drug companies will downplay the reactions even to the doctors. The drug companies control the medical literature. The studies that are out there, the safety studies, are usually done by the drug companies who have a direct financial interest in not disclosing and understating reactions.
Okay.
And that's a problem. The problems come out in litigation when there's lawsuits, and then you start seeing the internal records of the drug companies and what the real problems are.
One thing I thought was interesting when I used to give vaccines is I was told, when you give the vaccine, you put it in a certain area of the body, you have to write on the chart where it's at, what the batch number was of the vaccine in case there's a reaction. And that's for like if the child goes home and has a severe reaction, encephalitis, SIDS, shaken baby, whatever. You're supposed to be able to go back, report these to the CDC, and then they go and change the lot. They're supposed to pull the entire vaccine and redo it. What I saw working out in the field, and this is what I talked about in my book, Natural Cures, was we would have these, people would go home with reactions, they would call crying, they would be at the hospital, and our job, as the nurses and medical assistants, were to tell people, no, your child must have been sick, or something was wrong with your child. This is basically push all the responsibility off on the parent. And I never saw the doctor once, the pediatrician once, report any of these side effects when I was there to the CDC. And that's one reason why I am for vaccine choice, because my belief is it should be safe for everyone. And even if it is 1 out of 100, which is the paper they'll tell you you could have these problems, you sign, we have to still keep increasing the efficacy and the safety for our children regardless. And in defense for the doctors they have so many patients, they don't have a lot of time. They're putting a lot of trust in these pharmaceutical companies and these pharmaceutical reps, which a lot of them are salespeople, and they've been schooled on the product, but I mean, there's something lost along the way. So I really appreciate some of the stuff that you've done. I'm just excited that you've gotten as far as you have.